Hello, welcome Pisces. Welcome to I Am Pisces, where this channel is for Pisces, all about Pisces. Cross watchers, you are welcome as well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. All right. I hope you all had a wonderful 4th of July yesterday. Um, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your 4th of July weekend. I know some of you probably still celebrating, but maybe. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what's coming out today. All right. Okay. 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then I have the 4 of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay. I don't know. Some of you, are you dealing with someone who is very defensive, maybe even stingy. Um, this is somebody who um they got money, but they very stingy. Very they like to be in control. Um, this is somebody who um believes in stability, being stable, and things of that nature. Um, but they but they but they very possessive. They hold on to things. And I'm not just talking about money, material things as well. Mm-hmm. Mm. They they could be making or losing money. Mm-hmm. Uh, they could be making money, but they could be losing money as well. But because of the fact that of because of how they are when it comes to money. This is somebody who may not be always. This is somebody that would actually try to get over on you when it comes to money. You know, because they want to try to hold as much for themselves, hold back as much for themselves as they can. Mm. This could be a person who's very defensive. They might be very sensitive. I don't know. They even paranoid. They always think somebody's talking about them, or if they think you are, they get defensive real quick. This is somebody who may get in their feelings. I'm talking about real quick. This is also somebody, because of how they are with money, they could have came from poverty as well, or they could have grew up poor. They could have grew up poor, and this has a lot to do with them being stingy and being the way that they are with money. Hmm. The Hermit, Virgo energy. Hermit. Uh, you could be uh, some of you Pisces at this time. You could be spending time by yourself, a lot of time by yourself. Reflecting on things, reflecting on your life, where you been, where you are right now, to where you trying to go from this point. In your life. Some of you have been seeking guidance. Spiritual guidance. Through prayer, uh, maybe reading scriptures from the Bible, maybe even going to church for some, but or or watching, following certain speakers on YouTube who provide this type of teaching, to help grow. Uh, Searching for self. You know, uh, some of you may be trying to not only search for self and seek, spiritual guidance, but some of you may be trying to figure out, what is your purpose, in this world. You know, what is it that you really should be doing right now or striving to do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So some of you could be spending a lot of time by yourselves. Now, this person that I just spoke of, this could be somebody who lives alone. Now, you know, um, they too could be, searching, for, trying to take a look at, get a deeper meaning of, their life and who they are as a person, and, reflecting on, themselves as well, their life, where they been, where they at, and where they, may be trying to go as well. But this person here, this is somebody that they got some work to do though. Yeah, Cause they too defensive, they too guarded, they too stingy, too possessive. Let's see, what else? What else? Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Energy. I don't know. This is a bully. Mm-hmm. This is a bully, and then you know what, Pisces, they have, you know, they could have, they could bully certain people. I don't think that this is somebody that bullies everybody. It's certain people that they target. This person, you may see this person as someone who's childish too. They got childish ways. They could be very immature. Uh, this is also somebody that will gossip as well. And I'm talking about when they gossip about you, they share things, intimate things about you, that they shouldn't do, you know, that wasn't appropriate, for them to do. Yeah. Yeah, you with this with the Six of Swords here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, you did move away from this person. I'm sorry, you did move away from this person. Mm. This person, you felt like this person had a lot of baggage. Um, huh. So you are moving on, or you have moved on, and so now some of you are in this hermit mode, where you are, you could be recovering, but you're also um, reflecting on these things, on this relationship, um, and and where you are right now, and where you are trying to go from this point. Um, some of you could be recovering from an illness, or this person could be. Hmm. Uh, they could have had a near death experience. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hmm. But see, you are searching for harmony, and balance to be restored to you, after walking away from, people like this, Yeah. The Ace of Wands. Okay. More fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be seeking like I don't know some sort of artistic inspiration or creativity because you know because some of you are entering into a some sort of new cycle in your life. There's some new endeavors that you may be looking to embark on. You may be looking to expand your potential. You know, yeah. Uh, maybe getting a business up off the ground. But whatever it is you are trying to do or embark on, uh, you possess the will and the determination to get there. Starting to Some of you are starting to believe in yourself more. You know, that you can have more. That depending on how far you trying to get. In life, in this world. Yeah. More page energy. Page of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be receiving a message, about money. Um, but and that could come, through text message or email or maybe just come in the mail. Uh, or maybe it could be at your job. You know. But I don't know. Some of you are manifesting though. It's you are manifesting better for yourself. Um, Sorry about that, y'all. Uh, some of you could be studying something in finance, something dealing with money. That's going to create some sort of financial opportunity, some sort of financial gain. Could be it could be a new job. I mean, yeah, but this is about you being ambitious and you could be someone who may have a youthful um, spirit, a youthful energy, even if you are a older person. You got that get up and go get it. I'm a get mine kind of vibe, kind of energy. Yeah. And for some of you, you may not, your money may not be where you would like for it to be at this time, uh, but it's going to be your determination and your will to increase it. You know, as far as how far that you want your money to go, that's going to be up to you. That's going to be up to you. I believe that this person that I'm talking about, the one that you walked away from, they can be they may act childish when it comes to money as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they could be losing money and not being able to have they may be some of them could be at a point to where they may not have as much money as they used to have. You know, because of how they are when it comes to money. Then we have Nine of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Um, this person may have some issues um, this person may have some issues and some problems that they are not dealing with. There is some childhood issues, um, you know, issues going all the way back to this person's childhood, all the way up to now, that has not been addressed. They have not dealt with these issues, and this person got some things wrong with themselves that they do need to address. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this person could be dealing with, depression, and just not sleeping well, not resting well. They could be worried about money. They could be worried about money, and they also could be worried about how they were, or thinking about how they were, how they treated you, how they was towards you at one point in time. Yeah, because with the 5 of Cups being here, mm-hmm, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, mm-hmm. This person has some regret, and they having some, you know, uh, they are feeling the absence of you now, the loss. Mm. And this is also somebody, they focus on the past a lot. They stay stuck in the past. They don't, because as I was saying earlier, they don't. Um, this is somebody that don't, they don't heal. They don't grow. They don't. They could be somebody that's stubborn too. Mm. I don't know, but they are very deep down. They may be disappointed in themselves. Mm-hmm. For causing you to move on, for for uh, pushing you to the point to where you had to leave them alone, leave them to themselves, and go on about your business. Hmm. But you know what though? 5 of Cups also represents something, uh, may be retrievable. In other words, this person is hoping that they'll get a chance with you again, that the relationship that they once had with you, they can get it back, that it is retrievable. Yeah. I wonder, are they gonna come towards you at some point, or try to spin the block and come back around? Hmm. They are disappointed, but they also feel that this connection can be resolved, or that it is retrievable. Hmm. The moon in reverse. This is Pisces energy. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. See, this person, this person was inconsistent with you. When they were in the connection with you, they were inconsistent. Mm. They could have given you the silent treatment also in the past, but for some. But this is also somebody that kept a lot of secrets. They hid things too, and for some of them, it wasn't what it seemed. It was an illusion. It was a lie. It was fake. they could have come in pretending to be what they thought you wanted in order for them to get closer to you. Yeah, by lies and illusions. But then you found out they were inconsistent, you know, and stingy, and selfish, controlling, defensive, guarded. They had too much going on. I'm telling you, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse towards Virgo Capricorn, this person could be experiencing a lack in their finances. And a lot of it has to do with how they are when it comes to money. Their heart is just not in a good place. Um, mm. They could have invested. They could have invested in some sort of opportunity too that caused a decrease in their finances. They could have been putting more money in, but getting less out, or maybe nothing at all. hmm So they may look at that as like a wasted opportunity. Yeah, and they could be in regret about that as well. Mm. The Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. Mm. So this person, this is somebody who was stubborn. This is somebody who resisted change. They wouldn't change. They wouldn't budge. They wouldn't budge. They wouldn't budge for you. But also, this is somebody that uh, they find it difficult to move on. But I mean, like they may move on, physically, with other people, but I'm talking about in the heart space they haven't. hmm Um, they just probably doing this so they can take their mind off of you, hoping that's gonna get them over that hump. But it doesn't look like that's working, because whatever it is that they've been going through, for some reason, it seems to bring them back to you. I don't know, but whatever it is that they've been going through, it's bringing them back to you. I believe that spirit is not going to allow this person to forget you, because spirit placed you in this person's life for a reason. You were a blessing to them, Pisces. You were a blessing to them, and they didn't know how to treat it. That's simple. But whatever it is that they're going through, it somehow brings them, back to you. They're thinking, they're all of that mentally, they thinking of you and going through whatever it is they're going through. I don't know. It's bringing, and because it's bringing them circling back around to you. uh that's possible that some of you could get communication from this person. I mean, if you don't have them blocked or whatever. I have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Mm. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio once again. Yeah. I feel like that you came into the in the connection Pisces with a with good intentions, with a good heart, and you had a full cup. You had a full cup that was loaded with uh, all the goodness about you that you could offer. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, that you could offer to a person. So your cup you come in with a full cup. This person come in with an empty cup or a half filled cup. You were not equally yoked with this person. Hmm. This person could have had you could have had some communication issues with this person on and off. Maybe sometimes they'll communicate. Then there are other times there is just complete silence. They don't they won't talk. Maybe they can go days without talking to you. Maybe even weeks. I don't know. But there was a huge imbalance and disharmony, and that is what caused. That was part of the breakup. That was part of you moving on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you had to put an ending to it. You had to move on from it. It was just too much of a burden with this person, and you did the right thing. I believe. Some people you just have to leave them to themselves. You go do you, and whatever work you got to do for you on yourself or whatever, and let them do them, however that be. And if it's meant, you know, if it's in the will of God for you to come back together with this person, um, then that'll be so. But in order for balance to be restored in it, the work is gonna have to be done. This person got some work to do. Hmm. But I know one thing. I wouldn't suggest that you wait around for this person to do the work. Don't do that, because guess what? Because this person is stubborn and refuse change. This is somebody that may not never change, but because they are a somebody who likes to uh, make things seem to be something that is not, and they'll come in, they'll circle back around to you, trying to make you believe that they have changed, but you will be able to see that because this is somebody you know. So you'll be able to peep the red flags. You'll be able to see through the BS that they trying to play. Yeah. And then on top of that, Pisces, a lot of us, we are very intuitive anyway, and very sensitive to people's vibes and energies as well. Hmm. This could be somebody who could have, I don't know, like will go silent on you, be inconsistent with you as a form of testing you, just to see, how much is Pisces gonna tolerate, how much is Pisces gonna put up with and deal with, yeah. But you proved them wrong because you moved on. you left that baggage behind. Yeah, you left it behind. Let's see. Let me get a message. Let's see. Yeah, let's get a message here from the telepathy oracle, and then we'll close out, y'all. Spirit, give us a message for Pisces, please. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Look like Spirit gave us four. All right, then we're gonna go with the first one. We're gonna go with recognition, and it says, "The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles." Wow, they will. You just gotta pay attention. You know, to numbers. You know, um, it could be through music. I mean, um, if you see butterflies, you know, because butterflies represents change. You know, a new beginning, a change. That's why you see them in the spring, because in this spring is, you know, it represents new. You know, um, everything is all the trees and the flowers and everything is blooming, coming out. Yeah, it represents change. Then we have telepathy. Uh, close, close soul connections harmoniously. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry about that. That was my sister calling. So, anyway, telepathy, it says close soul connections, harmoniously synchronize reenactment of telepathic moments. Wow. Okay. Some of us do have, I don't know, um, there are some people who have, telepathy ability, um, and then, sometimes, you can be so connected, two souls can be so connected with one another, they can know what each other is thinking, before it's even spoken. Uh, yeah, this is deep. That's real deep. Then we have connection, uh, which is your connection is eternal and unbreakable. Yeah. Hmm. And yeah, especially if it's a connection with the divine, with God. Um, Sometimes and especially if you are, and it could be that way with any relationship, especially if you are serious about that relationship. Yeah. But this right here to me represents your connection with God. Mm-hmm. Um, because I'm looking at the heavens. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the heavens, and the sky is about to open up with this ray of light. I guess a sunlight. That's pretty. That's beautiful. Then we have strength. Strength is the power of love is like a magnet, drawing souls together. Yeah, that is true. Especially if it's someone, people who are manifesting love, they are looking for love because they have a lot of love to give, and they want to share that love with someone else. So love is like a magnet. It does draw you. Yeah, it does draw you, especially if that's what you're seeking. Yeah. Well, Pisces, that's all I have for this reading. Um, if it resonates, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Cross watchers, you as well. For those of you who has donated to the channel, I appreciate the blessing. Thank you once again. And until next time, Pisces, I pray that you stay blessed and stay well. Um, keep keep moving forward, working on you. Um, and like I said, we all have free will. I can't tell you what to do as far as, if this person returns or um, want to retrieve what they lost with you. That'll be up to you, you know. Um, all I can say is that just use your discernment if you have it, and also your intuition as well. So until next time, Pisces, I will talk with you guys soon. Bye bye.